All the disrespect, the free play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check fam? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day, a beautiful week, a hot week. If I could talk of buttons that need to be checked, we got a lot right around the corner. We're about to unpack this. Just dropped yesterday. Chapters down below. Sub button. We dropped 2 videos yesterday. One of them was ridiculous as hell, but I meant what I said and I said what I meant. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Without further ado, let's get these buttons. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of the most unluckiest man in the FGC, aka the death pool buttons that need to be checked. This is crazy. So I'm just gonna unpack this how it was presented to me. First, we'll kind of get some reactions to certain, I guess, groups in the EWC Street Fighter 6 Esports World Cup, right? Coming up this week. It's literally in a few days. Nothing but sharks. We already knew this, but the way they broke up the groups is insanity. So let's unpack. Right here, starting with Big Bird saying the seating for EWC has been explained to us and it's separated through 4 divisions depending on where they qualified from. It's completely random aside from that. Completely random aside from that. Others adding right here saying this is sad. Check this one out. Goichi, Graime, Phenom, and Blaz. And the reason why they're saying it's sad is because you got Graime and Blaz, the 2 young guns, having to compete together. That means somebody's going home. But yeah, I think 2 people can survive from this group. But you got Goichi in there. You got Phenom in there. And you got the 2 young bucks. Here's some pictures of them. The young up and coming. This is the new FGC, right? Coming right behind us. Blaz actually posted this too. Said, look who I'm traveling with. Damn. Actually traveling together, and they gotta go head to head first thing when it starts. Rob TV posted this, and I'm sorry for my little bros, Blaz and Graime. They qualified through 2 different paths, so they weren't able to be separated division-wise. After that, it was luck of the draw. Heartbreaker, 2 players will make it out of that pool though. How you feeling? I don't know what to think, but everybody else is reacting as well, saying they should at least avoid team kills if possible. And I think it's good, actually. Anything other than random will introduce bias into the equation. Random is fair and cruel at the same time, though. How y'all feeling? Random is cool, or random is cruel and fair at the same time. I mean, I guess that pretty much makes sense. It does suck, though, because you do see this from time to time. You're rooting for your favorite player or an up-and-coming player, and they just seem to get put into this death pool where you're like, shit, like, come on. Like, and I get it, you gotta do luck of the draw because there's only so many ways you can do this and try to keep it fair. It seems hard as hell to do, but it just sucks at the end of the day because you're like, man, I'm rooting for all these guys and they're all in the same pool. You know, something like that. But the most unluckiest one of them all, Tachikawa. Y'all remember, we covered this in a couple episodes again. Tachikawa was, I believe, one of the 10 that qualified from the LCQ, right? He had tears of joy. He was crying. It was a sweet moment. I even gave a little, what do you call it? A nostalgia moment that I experienced with the young man back in like 2018 when I got to meet him personally. All this stuff, right? Moment of joy. Well, it turned from tears of joy to tears of fears in the blink of an eye. Tachikawa was probably just placed in the craziest group of all time. Not just this year. I'm talking about of all time. And he just qualified. So what we're going to do, we're going to unpack it one more time the way I saw it. We're going to get some FGC reactions. We're even going to get a reaction from Tachikawa himself. Let's get it.
Bro. I'm happy for him. Yeah, because, I mean, Tachikawa's been going to every tournament. Every single tournament. You wouldn't know that because he's getting cooked. He was getting cooked. Like, some of those tournaments, I think one of them, he didn't even make it out of pools, right? So, good shit. You know, it just goes to show you, like, a really valuable lesson. You have to have a really good sponsor that's willing to fly you out to every fucking tournament, and you might make it in. That's a lesson, bro.
All right, adding right here saying all of this to get put in the same group as Punk, Kakeru, Xiao Hai. Laugh my ass off. The streets are rough. Look at the group. Tachikawa, Xiao Hai, Punkdagod, Kakeru. Come on. You talking about Xiao Hai? He won it last year, the EWC champ already. Punkdagod, the Evo champ. Kakeru, the Cap Cup champ. In Tachikawa. Then just qualified. Are you shitting me right now? If I'm Tachikawa, I'm like, why? Why? How? When? Where? Like, who hates me? Who's putting a voodoo spell on me? Like, why? You know, FGC reacting saying they really put the EWC champion, the Evo champion, and the Cap Cup champion, and the Frieza player all in the same pool. Such levels of demonic behavior have never been seen before. This man called him a freezer player. And then Mena pool, somebody said Mena's pool is a cakewalk compared to this, but they respond saying, gang, he got Momochi and Kawanu along with Riddles. His pool is actually the second hardest in my opinion. We'll debate that in a second, right? Others saying, looks like Punk is out of there. He ain't getting past Kakeru, and Punk versus Xiao Hai is 80-20 in Xiao Hai's favor. Punk is dead on arrival. Strider responds saying, this might be the dumbest thing I've read today. The dumbest thing. We could talk about that. Oh, here's his reaction. Check it out.
立川勝敗パンクかけるすげえな待って優雅な俺の EWC の日もう終わった
All right, so apparently the translation, rough translation reads, is my wonderful EWC journey already over? I just qualified. And that's a rough translation. That's why he was laughing. Other people saying his response is hilarious. He says something like, I just got to the EWC, and by nighttime it's already over, and they really threw Tachikawa into the wolves. And right here saying, bro got did dirty. Damn. Okay. At least he had a good sense of humor. He literally just laughed. Like, what? He said them three names and like, is my journey over already? I just got here. All right, can you imagine being in this man's position? I even said it in the last video too. I was like, man, he went up against Do. He beat Do. And I was surprised. Hell, I would have been money that Do was going to win. Because like Strider was saying, every tournament that I've watched lately, and I'm not saying I've watched all of them, but every one that I've watched, especially like Street Fighter League, I believe with Tachikawa, he has been losing. He's been dropping matches. So I was figuring maybe he's not in the best place this year. You know, he's in a slump. So when he was just cutting through people in the LCQ, I was like, oh shit, Tachikawa's on one, right? That's why he was crying, the stress, the relief. He made it, right? Dream come true, so to speak. And then this happens. What can you do but laugh? And punch a hole in the wall, I guess. I mean, this will make you turn crazy. Oh my God, imagine. The Evo champ, the EWC champ, and the Cap Cup champ, and you. I'm just speaking like how I would see it, you know. Maybe Tachikawa is like, you know, Eye of the Tiger. You know, he laughed at first already, joking, talking about, is my journey over already? But hey, maybe later on, maybe he kicks into gear and he's like, you know what, let's do it. I'm gonna watch this underdog story of the year. Hey, maybe. More power to him. But let's continue on with these groups. Okay, check this out. These are the groups coming up. A lot of them are crazy as hell. So the first one right off the bat, you got Latif, Angry Bird, Noah the Prodigy, just some. But the thing that sticks out to me is Latif and Noah the Prodigy are in the same group. And all you ever hear Noah talk about is how he owes so much to Latif for helping him out, I guess, get sponsored and other things. And now they got to play. That's crazy work. Going on, Riddles, who's playing out of his mind right now, also came from the LCQ. Momochi, Kawanu, Mena RD. Do you think that's the second hardest group from what they were talking about in the debate? But we haven't read them all. Ending Walker, Dual Kevin, Big Bird, Shudo. Damn. That's another heavy hitter right there. Matsu, Zen, Psycho, Juicy Joe, Tachikawa, that's the one we just read. Xiao Hai, Punkdagod, Kakeru, Junior, Moke, Gachukan, Torimishi. That's another heavy. I mean, they're all, like, it's crazy no matter which way you go. Where we got Nephew, Momochi, Takedo, Hikaru. Yo, what is that? That's group GG. That's crazy. Then you go to group HH. Goichi, Grime, Phenom, Blas. That's another one to watch as well. Then we got group. Why did I put a damn accent on that? Group. Then we have group. Listen, we have group. What is this? JJ, II, Hurricane. He won it all. This man's playing out of his mind right now. He goes up with Itabashi. Now I saw Itabashi there, but I didn't know he actually qualified. And then we got Shine and NL. I'm liking Hurricane, y'all. I'm liking Hurricane. And then it goes on. We got Lashar here, Fudo. I expect Fudo to make it out all the way. Pulgera, Bonchan. I'm rooting for Bonchan as well. And there you have it. How you feeling though about the death group? We're talking about Tachikawa, Xiao Hai, Punkdagod, Kakeru. Now you already know I roots for some Punk. I like the Punk spunk. That don't sound right. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I hope that Punk could pull it off. Now, I got a bunch of other ones that I'm rooting for. I like Noah the Prodigy. Like I said, I like Bonchan. I like Mena RD. There's a lot of heavy here. I'm a fan of Hurricane. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of ones. It can go either way. Goichi is playing out of his mind. He just won the last EWC, for Fatal Fury, and now he's here. GOAT. You know what I'm talking about? Either way, there's going to be a lot of action, man. We thought the Tekken one was hype, and it actually, surprisingly to me, was hype as hell. Now we got this one starting this week, so you already know we got an action-packed week going ahead of us. On top of that, if I can breathe, if you watched last night's video, yes, your boy was super disappointed that Mena and Punk made up. The beef is over. Officially, all beef is dead this year, so far anyway. But not because I don't want them to be friends, that I don't think people should be peaceful. No, I want all of that. But we didn't get any sets. We got no sets. Maybe, somehow, some way, Punkdagod and Mena will run into each other here, but it's not going to be a beef set. It'll just be a good old-fashioned slugfest. And at the end of the day, hey, that's what we really wanted, so I don't know. Either way, we're going to have good old-fashioned slugfest in every damn group. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And that it is, Butt Check family. Definitely let me know how you are feeling, man. This is a crazy-ass tournament we're about to see. We got a action-packed week ahead of us. I was thinking about posting 2 videos today, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. But if not, guess what? Tomorrow's HT, so we'll definitely have 2 tomorrow. So thank you guys for all the amazing love. As always, I don't know what it is, but I know as long as you're not in Group EE, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
We who are about to die salute you.